Jones says he wants to be on there too, and he says he would fight whoever the champion is at that time. But would you be okay with him like coming back and potentially winning that belt again? And you might have to go through.
Well, it's not even about him winning the belt. I mean, you know how I felt about him. I can't risk putting him in big positions in a big spot and have something go wrong.
Fair enough.
Yeah, especially the White House card.
I've got some tweets to show you guys, and it's Jon Jones being booty tickled, reacting to what Dana White had to say at the UFC 380 post press conference. My people, hey, you had one of the media members asking Dana White, hey, how do you feel about Jon Jones coming out and saying that he wants to headline this fight that's going down at the White House? And you had Dana White flat out saying, we can't rely on a guy like Jon Jones. He says, hey, he's too much of a risk to be able to say that we're going to put Jon Jones on this card, my friends, especially on a card like the White House. And hey, Jon Jones is feeling pretty booty tickled about this. Like I said, look at these tweets. I want to break down these tweets to you, read them to you guys, and give my feelings to you guys, because some of the things that Jon Jones says in these tweets to me are a little suspect, my people. Check it out. Let me go ahead and set this up real quick while I read these up to my people, man. Here we go. This is coming out of Jon Jones' mouth. I heard the comments made at last night's press conference. While I was a little disappointed, I'm still in the UFC's drug testing pool, staying sharp and continuing to train like a professional. I'll be ready for whatever comes next. First of all, are you really going to be ready for whatever comes next? You already said that you wanted to retire. You didn't want to fight against Tom Aspinall. You came out here and saying that you think this is going to be it, that this is pretty much it for you, my friends. Who are you really going to fight? Whoever the UFC brings to you next? I don't think so, bro. Like you said, the only reason why you're coming back is for this White House card. Now let's keep on going. In a recent interview, I said that the opportunity to fight at the White House gave me something deeper to fight for. Oh, why? That goes beyond paychecks or bouts. Fighting for my country gives me a greater purpose. Now, my people, is Jon Jones really fighting for his country? I mean, you guys, is it the fact that he's fighting for the United States? Or is it the fact that he's fighting because the fight is now at the White House? Because no matter what, if Jon Jones was to be fighting Tom Aspinall at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, you were going to be representing the U.S. no matter what. That's who you're fighting for no matter what. But you decided to retire while a guy like Tom Aspinall is out here clapping at your name, calling you out from over the pond. And you come out here and want to retire. You come out here and say, fighting for my country gives me greater purpose. You're fighting for your country, but is this for your people? Is this for the people? Because you're saying you're fighting for the country. If you were fighting for the people of the country, then you would have made this fight happen already. You knew that the UFC fans been wanting this for a while. So when you say you're doing this for the country, are you doing this physically for the ground, or are you doing this for the country of this people, my friends? Hey, that's a little suspect. I don't really feel like Jon Jones is actually doing this because, I'm fighting for my country gives me a greater purpose. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, man. I don't believe it, dude. I think the fact that this is at the White House and this is going to be such a huge card, that's what's bringing you out, my friends. It's the fact that this is at the White House. You would be representing your country anyways and your people if you were fighting at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. But this intrigues you more. It's not Tom Aspinall. It's not the fans that are wanting you to come back to the UFC. It's the fact that it's at the White House. And this is such a monumental event. Let's keep on going, man. Let's keep on going. Here we go. The silver lining in all this is knowing that the fans see my heart. They see I am ready and willing to take on anyone to represent my country on a historic stage. Hold up. It says the silver lining in all this is knowing the fans see my heart. They see I am ready and willing to take on anyone. Well, do the fans really see that? I mean, we just seen that you weren't willing to take on Tom Aspinall. We just seen that you weren't willing to make that fight happen after the dude had been calling you out. Been calling you out. So the silver lining is that that you think that the fans have you hard and they see that you're ready and willing to take on anyone. We don't know that, John. I don't know that. Sure, I know you're not scared of anybody. I know you're probably not scared of Tom Aspinall. But from what you're saying here, as a fan, especially a fan of you, I really don't know if you are ready to take on anybody at any single time, my friends. Guys, it's never been just about the opponent. I'm chasing legacy, something timeless, something bigger than the moment, which is the White House. It's not about representing the country and putting this out for the fans, because you would have been doing this already. You would have been said when he called you out that you were doing this for the USA. You're going to smash him in Vegas. You guys. So for now, I keep on grinding. Stay patient and stay faithful. I'm ready to fight on July 4th, my people. Oh my God. Are we really going to wait a whole goddamn year for America's 250th anniversary to watch Jon Jones fight again? I am. Don't get me wrong. When he does return, it is going to be absolutely huge. But with the way he's been speaking, the way he came out and retired, and then the next day the charges come out where he's with that female with no clothes on. Supposedly they're taking shrooms, this and that. You know, you're getting a little booty tickled by what Dana White has to say, when Dana White has been backing up your career this whole goddamn time. Dana White has been your main pusher, telling everybody that you're the GOAT. You're the greatest of all time. And Jon Jones has already accomplished more things in his career that he doesn't need to do anything anymore. Dana was the man pushing your name. But it seems like Dana is officially done. He can't rely on you no more, John. And I don't know if the fans can either. As a fan, July 4th is a long time from now. Can you promise that you're going to stay out of jail? Can you promise that you're going to stay away from alcohol and drugs and the Nelk Bros and hanging out with females and just doing dumb things? I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with hanging out with females. Don't get me wrong. But are you done with all these shenanigans and promising fights for us, promising this and that? Are we really going to get you at the White House, July 4th, Jon Jones? My people, we need answers.